After watching more videos on the titular Mimic and thinking back on what we learned about the abominable endoskeleton in the Tales books, I thought back on one of the more interesting emails during FNAF AR. During FNAF AR, we see several emails alluding to the story of the game, the Fazbear Funtime service, its animatronics, and the virus that caused all of the problems within the service itself. However, we see conversations with Vanessa and Lewis, with the girl fighting over her brainwashing by the Glitch Trap Mimic 1 virus. During the first of these emails, we see Lewis tell Vanessa that the company's system flagged abnormal searches, with Vanessa searching up a Viking Blood Eagle 12-month calendar. In history, the Blood Eagle is a Viking torture method, where a person's ribs are severed from the spine with a sharp tool, and their lungs pulled through the opening to create a pair of wings. During the Tales books, we see that the Mimic has a penchant for wearing costumes, with it seen wearing several animatronic suits throughout the books, such as a Jester suit, a Lion suit, a similar one to the one that we see in the Ruin DLC, a dog costume, and a mushroom costume. When it inhabits a costume, the Mimic enters the suit by tearing open the back and climbing inside, shifting its limbs and body frame around it until it perfectly fits within said costume. Well, how the Blood Eagle is described as well as what we see the Mimic do with costumes as a whole, my view is that we could potentially see the Mimic becoming not only a mimicking endoskeleton wearing costumes, but also a body snatcher, similar to what we see Ennard with All the Way in the sister location. Not only does the Blood Eagle relate to the Mimic's preferred way of climbing into costumes hanging around the remnants of Henry's Pizzeria, but it could also be something that the endoskeleton thinks about doing to people as a whole, ripping open their backs and climbing into them to puppet them like a costume, which may be something we see the Mimic do in the future. This, coupled with the Mimic's innate ability to mimic the behavior and personality of people it observes, could fashion the Mimic into FNAF's most perfect body snatcher, with this even being an intriguing concept for a future game, with the Mimic possibly snatching bodies of people around a non-abandoned pizza place and using them to create chaos, with the protagonist role being to single out the dangerous endoskeleton and stop it before it caused more death and misery.